Hi, and welcome to Roll Call State to State. And I am OG Gordo's wife, and today I'm going to be bringing you the fun facts. And from here on out, you might be hearing a lot of Fun Fact Fridays coming at you from me. So let's go ahead and get this started. Today we're going to be talking about Montezuma's castle. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And let's do this. You know, Montezuma's castle is an ancient adobe structure located in the Verde Valley in central Arizona. Thanks to its colorful name, the 5-story, 20-room building sheltered high in the limestone cliff is sometimes thought to be the former home of the Aztec Emperor Montezuma. Scholars have proven, however, that the early white settlers who assumed that the structure was built by the Aztecs were mistaken. In truth, Montezuma likely never even stepped foot in Arizona, and Montezuma's castle was built by cliff-dwelling Sinawa Indians. Now, the Sinawas were actually peaceful pre-Columbian Native Americans. They were mostly known for hunters, gatherers, and farmers who grew mainly corn, squash, and beans. Their exact origin is kind of unclear. Recovered Sinawa artifacts have shown that they were simple people, yet gifted craftsmen who used their natural resources to create practical tools and ornamental items. They were also master spinners and weavers who fashioned to design to make made of cotton that they grew actually themselves. Many of the artifacts recovered at Montezuma's castle weren't native to the area. In fact, the Sinawas were master traders and barterers for items hundreds of miles away. Montezuma's castle was a thriving commercial center and traded a variety of goods and ideas. No one knows why the Sinawas left Montezuma Castle and its surrounding area, but by 1425 AD, they were gone. Some of the archaeologists think that they left because of overpopulation, depleted the local resources, or maybe they believe that the high arsenic content in their water supply led them to depart. Whatever the reason, most Sinawas eventually settled elsewhere, leaving the area free to be inhabited by other Native American tribes such as the Hopi and also early white settlers. Now, it's also established that the Sinawas built Montezuma's castle somewhere between 1100 and 1350 AD. They erected the structure about 1/3 the way up to about 150-foot limestone cliff high above Beaver Creek. Now, the dwelling walls were made from limestone and mud. Large beams covered the smaller beams, were used to frame the roof, which were then covered with thatch and mud. There was a time where you could actually get a lot closer into the castle area, but with all of the years and now, you know, it's taken its toll, the weather and everything, the structure actually, you know, only certain people are allowed to go in now. And it's really unfortunate because it's such a sight to look at. To think that these people were able to build an apartment complex, if that's how you want to look at it, in the limestone. That's basically what they did. And it's just amazing to look at it. You know, the walls of Montezuma's castle were about 2 feet thick at the bottom and narrowed to about 1 foot thick at the top. The ceilings were 6 feet high and the T-shaped doors 5 feet. So that goes to kind of tell you that the people were not as tall as they are now, because the doorways were, like I said, only 5 feet tall. Now, the doors were kept low and small to preserve heat in the room, which also makes sense. And the Sinawas used Montezuma's castle not just as their home, but as a community center where they held community meetings, worked, stored crops and seeds, and even buried dead family members, most of who didn't live past the life expectancy of 40 years old. Montezuma's well is also located. It's located about 6 miles upstream from the Montezuma Castle. It is a massive limestone sinkhole caused by a sunken cavern. The well is about 55 feet deep and 368 feet wide. An underground natural spring constantly pumps about 1.5 million gallons of warm water, 74 degrees, into the well each day. What's crazy about that is next time when we go out there, we're going to make sure that we bring you guys some actual footage of the actual well and also some other surrounding areas, because the thing about it is that it's actually 3 of the Sin Awas that they had built that they actually connect together. It makes a complete village. Now, the ancient dwelling surrounding the well as well has the ancient irrigation ditch, parts of which are at least 1,000 years old. The Sin Awas used the ditch to reroute water to their crops, and the ditch was later used by early white settlers and is still used today by residents of the Verde Valley. That's really neat and interesting. Montezuma's well supports a thriving ecosystem, which includes a handful of unique species. The well may be best known, however, for its population of the Sonora mud turtles. The medium-sized water-dwelling turtles are thought to be native to the well, which is also really neat. When the population of the Sonora mud turtles began to decline due to the introduction of non-native turtle species, the National Park Service went ahead and intervened, and they actually made it against the law to do anything to the turtles, and now that has become their permanent home. Now, Montezuma's castle is still standing thanks to its low humidity and the alcove, which protects it from the elements. But by the late 1800s, looters, curiosity seekers, and amateur archaeologists had ransacked it, leaving it in danger of crumbling. In 1897, the Arizona Association forfeited the structure and repaired it as much damage as possible. And after that, in 1906, President Theodore Roosevelt declared Montezuma's castle and Montezuma's well and its surrounding 840 acres as one of America's first national monuments, guaranteeing its ongoing protection. I really hope that you guys liked the video that we brought to you today. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. Let us know if there's other interesting things you'd like to learn about. We will do a part 2 to this because there's so much information about it. It's just crazy to fit it all into one video. Again, thank you all for your support. We hope that you continue to keep following. And again, much love from Roll Call State to State.